Daily Mutterings, brought to you by a Ray and Asuka poster. Who doesn't love Ray and Asuka posters? Seriously. You're going to have to forgive some compromises with the sound quality here because honestly, I'm kind of working with this whole idea of filming within different environments. And since this room is nice and echoey and I can move around a bit more, it seemed like the opportune time to use this kind of thing. However, you know, it being what it is, I'm probably going to end up going into my room in further installments anyways, but you know, the room is kind of warm in there. It sort of gets like a sauna sometimes. It's very, very hot. So it's kind of nice to sort of branch things out a bit and have some place to roam and dance. I could dance for you guys, but I'm not going to do it. Anyways, I was here to talk about a PSP game I just started playing, Disgaea, Hour of Afternoon, or Darkness, or it's the first Disgaea game basically ported over to the PSP. And I've got to tell you, what I find quite amazing with this title is actually the fact that it managed to drag my attention from Kingdom Hearts for like 5 minutes, which is saying a lot. Anybody who knows me knows I am a hardcore Kingdom Hearts fan. I am not for the series. So to say pretty much straight out that this succeeds on that level, that it is actually more addictive than a Kingdom Hearts game, is saying a lot to me, because Kingdom Hearts is my crack. It's something that I poured way too many hours into, and I'm honestly quite ashamed of it. Not really, but still, it's sort of like this very childish sort of game, and here I am playing it with like this huge smile on my face, holding the controller going, oh yes, I've got to complete all the Jiminy Cricket journal objectives or whatever, and it's just, you begin to realize that you've lost so many hours of your life playing Kingdom Hearts, just throwing your keyblade around, pressing the X button over and over and over again until finally your character levels up to the max quantity, which is part of the addictiveness of Disgaea, just in general, is that it's basically a game designed for people like me who love to level up over and over and over and over again. But it's also tactical. You can't just level yourself out of a situation, I've noticed, and I've just started the game. I leveled up for hours and hours and hours thinking, oh heck yes, I'm going to get all this equipment for all my characters, I'm going to level them up way more than I would ever expect like the game to handle, and I'm going to basically just plow through the whole thing. And then I get to this mid-boss guy, and this is probably one of the easiest boss fights, oh excuse me, this is probably one of the easiest boss fights in the entire game. I mean, you've got your guys right here with their swords and everything, charge, and I'm going in going, okay, this is going to be easy. I got wiped out the first time I did it, because I had no idea what the heck I was doing. And then you look back on it and you realize, oh my goodness, I actually have to use tactics. I can't just give my little printing troops like the best sort of equipment and expect to succeed, because it doesn't work that way. It's a game that's actually well designed and fluent in that sort of sense, unlike, you know, I'm not saying that Kingdom Hearts is well designed, because Kingdom Hearts is wonderful, but there's a point where you basically can get to a boss and you go, oh, I'm not doing so well, let me just level up, and basically the next time that you come back to it, you pretty much plow right through it. I've done that so many times before. This guy is very well balanced so far. It's extremely hard though, and compared to a lot of other traditional Japanese RPGs, it'll kick your butt if you're not paying any attention to it. It's got such charm to it though, such a charm. If anybody knows Final Fantasy Tactics, imagine that game basically mixed in with Excel Saga is the best way that I can describe it, if you've seen that anime. It's very, very off the wall, it's loopy, almost reminds me of Invader Zim to an extent. I mean, the voices and everything, it's very over the top. If you love that sort of cartoony style, you're definitely going to dig it. I'm going to show some gameplay footage right off of my PSP here in about 2 minutes or so, because, you know, I'm a loser and I don't have any of those recording devices that can record straight off the PSP. I want one, but I don't have one, unfortunately, because, excuse me, I have a bit of a cold. I don't have that sort of device. So you're going to have to deal with very, very bad Way the Reviewer style camera at the screen. Not that Way the Reviewer does that anymore. I remember back when he used to, and it was very charming, and I liked him for that. But basically, you have these characters that are so endearing right from the very beginning that you actually feel indebted to continue the story regardless of, you know, where you get stuck in the gameplay, which is, you know, much more than I can say about a lot of games that I've been playing lately. I got stuck in the one section and I actually felt like, okay, I have to push through this just to see the next story sequence because it is that funny. The Prinnies, I think everybody who is even taken a slight glance at this game is aware of the mascot appeal of the little penguin guys. Basically, they remind me of For anybody who's seen Batman Returns, you have the Penguin with his penguins with like the rocket launchers and the machine guns and everything. Really hilarious movie, by the way. For those of you who are willing to see Batman hackneyed a little bit, definitely check out Batman Returns because it has killer penguins. And this game has killer penguins as well that you can actually use as troops. It's really, really hilarious. They're amazing, and they talk like surfer dudes because, you know, penguins talking like surfer dudes in a Japanese role-playing game. Why not? It makes sense. It's the world of Disgaea. So I would definitely say if you're into strategy RPGs and you don't mind sinking in hours and hours and hours of your time, it's definitely one of those that is worth the $15 download. I think you can get it off the PlayStation Network for, I got it off the PlayStation Network for about 15 bucks. So you could probably get it in the stores for like 9 bucks, I'm guessing. Because I always assume that if they're selling it for this amount on the PlayStation Store, it's going to be free at the GameStop or 5 bucks or something. Like, there's absolutely no value to this game anymore, so they're going to just put it on sale on the internet. That's the only time those prices drop, is immediately when they stop selling the darn things. So, let me show you some of the basic gameplay, and then I will call this a day. I'm going to walk towards the camera now. Ooh. Alright, so this is Disgaea on the PSP. As you can see, screw it, the picture quality is so bad, nobody wants to look at that. Goodbye, folks.